live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by me, your girl Lashia. Join me as I discuss social topics, spotlight independent artists, and share financial tips. Join the conversation. I want to hear what you have to say. Think Different TV, where minds meet. You're the reason I wake up, the reason I smile.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Think Different TV, where minds meet. I am your host, Lashia. What's up, y'all? How was your weekend? I had a wonderful weekend. All right. This weekend we had my son's birthday party. So once that was done, I was like, whoo, because boy, planning a birthday party is no fun. Well, it's not your own birthday party. It's not any fun. I mean, the fun was in seeing my son have fun, but boy, was I stressing. I was stressing to make sure people was going to get there, that the venue was good, but I will say Sky Zone, where we had it at, they were very organized. They had things ready to go. I didn't have any problems. Actually made my job a lot easier. And shout out to his dad, because, we actually decided to throw the party together this year so we can save some money. Okay. But he enjoyed himself. He is now the big 8. So this is crazy. I'm like amazed that I have an 8-year-old child. Like, but then I'm also like, I'm an adult, but I'm like, someone's trusting me to raise a child. Not that I'm a bad mom or I'm doing any crazy stuff, but it's just like, I'm still very goofy. I'm still very childlike, but I think that's what, makes me and my son's relationship so good, is that, we can play around, we could be goofy together. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, he's like my best friend. But we're going to get into this episode of Think Different TV. We have a very important topic I want to discuss today on the show. So we're going to cut the hit it and quit it. It's a little short today, but I definitely want to get this information to y'all, because it's something that's rarely discussed. Before we even get into the hit it and quit it, I got to do my little, my announcement. So here we go. We got October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And today we will be discussing a domestic violence awareness topic. So some of the stuff discussed, if it's a little bit too much for your sensitivities, you might want to, take a pause for the cause. Okay. On October 28th, which is this Saturday, Nicole Miller's Cancer Foundation's Shades of Pink Cancer Fighting Award and Old School Dance Party. Tickets are $25. The honorees are Lorraine Palmer, Kimberly Evans, Daryl Kennerly, and performing will be my friend Masha T. So it's at the Majestic Ballroom, which is at 800 West Alamy Ave, right here in Philadelphia, PA. So if you are available, go and check them out. October 31st, Robert Glasper with special guest Common and Music Soul Child. It will be at Sony Hall. All right, doors open at 6. Showtime starts at 8. Let's see if it starts at 8. November 10th, we have Heart and Soul concert series. Kindred, the Family Soul, with Jeff Bradshaw and Rashawn Patterson. They're going to be performing at the Arena Theater. It's not here in Philly, but I got friends that's not in Pennsylvania. Shout out to my Tdtv fam all over the country. This might be a show you want to go and check out. We also had the first annual comedy dinner show featuring Miss Cash, JT the comedian, Nate the landlord, Dirty Bert, Pretty Smiles, and it's hosted by John Phillips. Tickets are $50. It will be Saturday, November 25th, 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. And it will be at the Petite Rose at 120 East Baltimore Ave in Lansdowne, PA. All right. Last but not least, we have Stephanie Mills live with El DeBarge After 7, and Evelyn Champagne King, which is also on November 25th at the Stifle Theater, which is located in St. Louis, Missouri. All right. Your girl is featured in Black Magazine 31. Make sure you check them out on Instagram. That's Black Magazine 31. And I'm featured in there. I have my article in there. And shout out to King George for allowing me to be a part of the anniversary edition of Black Magazine 21. I also have an article on the live975.com website. In my opinion, with Think Different TV's Lashia adds a lady's touch to It's Yours Radio. Because guys, I pull up twice in a week. On Sundays, I do In My Opinion with Think Different TV's Lashia. It's every Sunday, 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Live 97.5 FM. On It's Yours Radio, which is every Sunday between 4 and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the radio show is in Salisbury, Maryland. Or you can listen in on www.live975.com. And you are tuning in right now to Think Different TV, which is every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Think Different TV YouTube channel. I'm also on Twitch. Shout out to my Tdtv fam all over the country. Once again, I thank you because you could be anywhere, but you decided to be here with me. So Think Different TV could not be made possible without viewers like you and our sponsor. So let's show our sponsor some love like this. And let me get to it because I'll be all over.
Drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business.
Also, shout out to Imitation by Jarrell. Queen been rocking out with me since the beginning of the show. And listen, guys, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell on my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any new episodes, replays, or exclusive interviews from Think Different TV. Also, let's share the love by sharing the live. After you share a comment, hashtag Tdtv. Now, guys, is one of my favorite parts. Well, actually, I love the whole show, but this is one of my favorite parts because I get a chance to just kind of rest my voice. I also sang at church yesterday. And they put us to work. So my voice is a little like scratchy right now. So this gives me a chance to rest my voice. So let's get this party started with our Hit It and Quit It. Hit It and Quit It are trending events in music, sports, political, celebrity, and local news. I want to give a special shout out to all of those who have been rocking out with me from the beginning and those who are just coming aboard the Think Different TV choo-choo train. Choo-choo. Like I said, let's get this party started and do not delay.
England's footballing legend Sir Bobby Charlton has passed away aged 86 after a battle with dementia.
I know sometimes I act stupid and I say stupid things, but you kept me around and other people would have said drop that bum. You give me respect. It's hard for me to say these kind of things because that ain't my way. But if I could just unzip myself and step out and be someone else, I want to be you.
Oh, shit! Put him in a coffin. Put him in a coffin.
One of the most difficult things that you had to write about in this book was losing your friend, your soulmate, Tupac Shakur.
On the internet, there's been a whole lot about me calling Pac my soulmate. And I think people regard soulmate just in a romantic way. And soulmates aren't just romantic, right? Because as you read in the book,
exactly,
Pac and I were not romantic, but he is a soulmate.
Hendrix Pena Fernandez of Pennsauken and Alexander Batiste Polanco of Camden, both 21 years old. They joined Yobrani Martinez Fernandez, who was arrested Monday at a hotel in Cherry Hill. Officials believe they all took part in the deadly shooting at Philadelphia International Airport that killed Officer Richard Mendez.
A Florida teen was fatally shot while recording a TikTok video with her friend who was using a rifle as a prop, according to an arrest warrant. Anaya Womack, 19, died after being dropped off at a Jacksonville hospital with a gunshot wound to her abdomen in late May, and for months her family searched for answers. around who she had been with and what happened before she was shot. Last week, 20-year-old Mariah Clayton was arrested in suspicion of manslaughter after police said they identified her as a suspect in the alleged accidental shooting.
We need to warn you, the details are hard to hear. A woman in Orlando was found hanging from a tree. Orlando police have said they believe she committed suicide.
But her family thinks that someone else is responsible for her death.
Is there anything you want to say to the victim's family?
To the family, I'm sorry. I'm extremely sorry to the family.
33-year-old Derek Guerrero stood before Broward County judge Wednesday after police say he shot and killed a man for shoplifting.
Upon the victim trying to leave the store with the merchandise, run out the front door, the manager observed him and yelled at him, retrieved a firearm, and shot one round towards the victim.
Is there anything you want to say to the
He want to know if it's
I'll touch that 5 you. I'll do that 3-4 times again. I'll testify for you. I'll tell that lie, I kill that. I do it.
We gotta have more kids. It's not enough. No, motherfucker.
Hello, motherfucker. I will give you anything. Please come on this show. We are begging. I will pay the $18,000 fine if you sit down with me and give me a one-on-one on where you were for the 48 hours. I mean that. Take it to the bank, Carly Russell.
Don't go build a life without me, 'cause you must.
3 o'clock on Saturday morning on the 1600 block of South 55th Street. According to police, a woman was inside her car at a traffic light when a man approached the vehicle, pointed a small black handgun at her, and demanded money. After that woman gave him $20, police say he ordered her to unlock her car. He got in, told her to drive about a mile to 48th and St. Bernard Streets, where he sexually assaulted her. He then had her drive to an ATM to withdraw money. He took that money, and then police say he left.
Back now with an iTeam exclusive. Less than a week after we broke the story of investors who say they were scammed in a real estate venture promoted by radio host DJ Envy, there is a major development.
DJ Envy's longtime business partner has been arrested by federal agents in New Jersey.
Today, I'm also announcing $100 million in new U.S. funding for humanitarian assistance in both Gaza and the West Bank.
Colleagues, the President has made clear, as I have in this Council, that we stand unequivocally for the protection of civilian life during conflict. Unequivocally. We have communicated at the highest levels that every step must be taken to protect civilian lives. Every step. In the face of this horrific tragedy, we stand with Palestinians in Gaza who are suffering through no fault of their own.
Will those in favor of the draft resolution contained in document S/2023/773 please raise their hand? Will those against? Abstentions? The result of the voting is as follows: 12 votes in favor, 1 vote against, 2 abstentions. The draft resolution has not been adopted owing to the negative vote of a permanent member of the Council.
What do we have here? Natural History Museum vows better stewardship of human bones. Interesting. I wonder what that's all about. Was someone mishandling specimens or something? What's going on here? A recent investigation found that the New York institution has not been proactive in sharing information about its collection, which includes the bones of Native Americans and enslaved Black people.
I was there in 6.5 days. Lord knows I wanted to get out. I'm in a psych ward.
Jussie Smollett is going into detail about his experience in a psychiatric ward.
A little afraid about what's to come.
Because we cover a league whose player population is 60 to 70% Black according to league data. I asked you about these things last year, and what you told me is that the league had fallen short and you were going to review all of your policies and practices to try and improve this. And yet a year later, nothing has changed. You know, James Baldwin once said that I can't believe what you say because I see what you do. And so I would ask you as an employee, when are we in the newsroom going to have a Black person in senior management, and when will we have a full-time Black employee on the news desk?
Well, Jim,
like she did to herself? So you're telling me professional doctors who said it happened are lying? The police who you gave a statement to are lying? The witnesses in the hotel who found you with a shirt full of red juice and your face, you know, messed up are lying?
This model went to pick up her son at school, got stuck in traffic, and then as the traffic is moving, there's a bicyclist in front of her that is a police officer. She lightly taps the horn to let him know, hey, they're all gone. He still doesn't move. As a matter of fact, he parks in the middle of the road. And then when they do start moving, she moves alongside of him in the left lane. He punches and breaks her mirror. So she follows him to a gas station to get his insurance information, and that happens.
What you are, Nick Trash.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Keep talking.
I will.
Okay.
What for you, classmates?
What you gotta do?
I tell you what.
I'm a stupid nigga, everybody.
Yeah, she is a stupid nigga.
Angela Simmons, who is the daughter of Rev Run, or his real name, Joseph Simmons, is ordered to pay over $48,000 in unpaid rent, late fees, and other housing costs such as repairs.
Oh no! Britney Spears is releasing a memoir about the deepest deets of her life, and Justin Timberlake is right in the middle of it. Remember when Britney said she wasn't going to have intimate intercourse until she got married?
That you hope that you'll remain a virgin until you get married.
Yeah. Well, it turns out that that may have been a lie, because the singer has now revealed that she terminated a pregnancy she had with Justin. Britney Spears recounts in a forthcoming memoir that she had an abortion to end a pregnancy by fellow pop star Justin Timberlake, while the two were dating in the late 1990s and early 2000s. Could this be what he said he wouldn't spill the tea on? Is abortion the tea?
And I promised to her that I wouldn't say specifically why we broke up.
This one, too.
I got you, Tony.
Fucking goofy.
He need both of us.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that was disrespectful.
I'm sorry. I get my suit, nigga.
That shit nappy already, bro.
Listen. I need y'all to know, like, look, come on.
No, I know. Come on.
It's my brother. I really respect him. This is my brother. It's no disrespect, but it's like he's so fucking.
He drunk. Yeah, he drunk.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, he
no,
drunk.
I never.
No, you good.
I would never.
No, you good. Yeah. This
bro.
Butterfly in the sky.
Netflix just raised its prices again. They have to be losing subscribers like crazy, right? Wrong. Their subscriber growth is the best that it's been in years, and their stock is through the roof this morning. They gained 8.8 million new subscribers in the third quarter alone, and they're saying the password sharing crackdown worked. This is all in the midst of a mountain of bad PR and a refusal to pay the actors with a fair contract. All the major streaming services have raised their prices dramatically since launch, except for Apple TV Plus, but that's just because they still haven't figured out a way to explain to people that you don't have to have an Apple device to watch it.
Richard was convicted of aggravated robbery back in 2000 after being picked out of a lineup by witnesses who said he stole a cell phone in a Walmart parking lot in Kansas. But while Richard, who's innocent, was serving his 19-year sentence, inmates told him he looked like a prisoner named Ricky. In 2017, A judge threw out Richard's conviction after the original witnesses were shown side-by-side photographs of the two men and said they could not tell them apart. Richard filed a petition in the 10th Judicial District Court of Kansas seeking more than $1.1 million in compensation from the state, and he won the full amount.
Brian McKnight strikes again. This time, he has changed his name to match his new son. You know, the one that he named Brian McKnight Jr. when he already had a Brian McKnight Jr.? So apparently Brian McKnight has a new album out, Lullabies, for his new son. And he made this announcement along with the announcement that he also changed his name legally. So Brian posted this album cover along with this caption. He says, "So proud to introduce our son, Brian Kanoa Makoa Jr. to the world with the release of my new album, lovingly created for him." He says, "Junior, because I am also proud to officially announce that I have legally changed my name to exactly match my legacies." He says, "My legal name is now Brian Kanoa Makoa McKnight Sr." He says, "McKnight Time Lullabies, the songs of a father to his namesake, available now." So Brian McKnight Jr., his son, is now speaking out in regards to possibly changing his own name. So this commenter says, "I feel so bad, and if I was Brian McKnight Jr., I'd change my effing name. What a corny ass man, shaking my effing head. I'd be so upset to at all be attached." Brian McKnight Jr. responds and says, "I'm not ashamed of the name my ancestors had. I'll never change the name my son now has. We are witnessing an obscene level of self-hate that has reached mental illness status at this point. All we can do is pray for that man and my new little brother, who we will all welcome with open arms one day once he realizes who his real family is. Legacy isn't in the name, it's in the character of the people. It will all be quite clear soon just who's on the right side of all of this, because there's no escaping what's coming." I mean, he's pretty right, because all of these little trigger words that Brian McKnight is saying in his post about namesake and legacy, he knows exactly what he's doing and who he's addressing.
Recording me though, like, you know what I'm saying?
Man, everybody been weird, man. You gotta tell somebody something. You know shit, you let somebody know something, you gonna leave, say you gotta let them know where you going.
I really just needed time to clear my mind. That's all.
We had mutually called everything off. Nothing happened. He did not cheat on me. I didn't cheat on him. It was just distance.
This is too much. Now, Chanel, you didn't know? That's what these men do. 11 years don't mean nothing. It will move somebody in the next day. Like, get it together.
Lots of people had an issue with Nikki's see-through outfit for family pics.
I got a son. He raps. His rap name is Tdtv. If you ever listen to some of his raps, I'm like, oh my God, where does this come from, son? You grew up in a gated community your whole life, but he's rapping my life.
Yo, did y'all see that wax statue of The Rock currently making the rounds on social media? Apparently this was unveiled in a museum in Paris. And okay, look, screw all the intro stuff. What the hell is this? This looks nothing like The Rock. It looks like a cross between Mr. Clean and Vin Diesel. Matter of fact, I think the guy that made it didn't know who The Rock was, went to go see Fast 5, and accidentally thought he was Vin Diesel. That's the only logic I can come up with to explain how this looks nothing like Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Fast forward, he wants to learn the whiskey business, and Nearest takes him under his wing and begins to teach this young white kid how to do whiskey his way. The difference between bourbon, which most people know, and Tennessee whiskey is the process that Nearest taught. So Nearest's whiskey was the best in the land because of a process that more likely than not came from West Africa. So time goes on, and this African American man becomes the first master distiller for this young white boy.
In
2017, a man sued his former employer for racial discrimination and won. Then, in 2018, was racially discriminated again by the bank when he tried to cash the check. Yes, he sued them, and yes, he won. Let me tell you about it. Timothy Flowers is a black man who sued his employer for racial discrimination and won a $400,000 settlement. He went to the bank to cash the check, but the teller refused, saying that it looked like a counterfeit. Flowers showed her his identification and explained that he had just won the settlement. But the teller still refused to cash the check.
Right.
Writing those words about the anxiety and freeing yourself from the stigma, how did that make you a better person?
Well, I learned that vulnerability is power. It's power. And I learned that I thought something was wrong with me. Right.
Jade is the best friend I have ever had on this planet. And I am going to show up for her and support her for the rest of my life.
Beautiful black woman to go on a shopping spree, and right now we're at Walmart, and y'all have 4 minutes to shop for all the groceries that you want.
I just wanted to drop off something to help out my alma mater. I don't want to give it to the chief. I'm giving it to you. I want to give it to the kids, though. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. This means so much to Howard University. 3 splits down the middle, equal. All across the board.
So on today, Missy Elliott will be donating $50,000 to the Portsmouth Redevelopment Housing Authority.
Atlanta, there's a new restaurant in Buckhead, and High Society is where you go to see and be seen. Of course, you got to start with the handcrafted cocktails, and I'm giving 10s all across the board. But that bag and bougie cocktail ain't nothing to play with. And it's paired with an edible fragrance for your drink and skin. They serve a variety of different cuisines, so there's something for everyone.
October 17th, 2023, Usher Rainy Day in the city of Las Vegas.
The city of Vallejo will honor Bay Area rap legend E40 this weekend. That's where he was born. Earl Stevens, which is his real name, will receive a key to the city this Saturday.
So, Iggy, fans had been waiting for your announcement. You made an announcement earlier today that you will be retiring. What message do you want to give to the fans?
Well, it was a beautiful run, beautiful ride. Played in some great cities, played for some great organizations, learned a lot throughout the course over my career.
Angel Reese just signed with Reebok. The LSU national champ and fashion superstar becomes the brand's first NIL signing under Shaq, who is now Reebok's new president of basketball.
Over 21 points and over 12 rebounds. Your most valuable player for the 2023 WNBA Finals is A'ja Wilson.
14-year-old Heman Bekele has invented a bar of soap designed to treat melanoma, a type of skin cancer.
I am in mid-air right now on an Emirates flight. I'm gonna take a shower on the plane. I ain't never did this before.
They're not going to the prom, Vern. What? He's pulling a motel now. Shoot him now! Shoot him now! Shoot him now!
Indianapolis is home for me, and there's nothing in the world like it.
That's why I'm buying back my block.
When I think of Barbie, I see a little white doll with blue eyes and blonde hair and pink lips and just in all pink. That's what I think.
I just found Barbie to be unrealistic. Like, I remember thinking, okay, so Barbie is what I am supposed to grow into being. You know, maybe when I was a grown-up I would look like that, but I knew my mom was a grown-up and didn't look like that. So I was like, trash.
93-year-old Josephine Wright says the harassment from real estate developers trying to force her out of her property has stopped since her story gained national attention and celebrity involvement.
And there's no debate. Pink Friday too heavy on it, overweight. Bitches ain't eating, worried about who overweight. I'm who they call to sell tickets, make no.
As though they're speaking to each other throughout history.
Minister, we need it last.
I need you to bracket some mountain reindeer.
What? Why are you like this?
Thank you so much, baby.
Look.
Got a lot of spice.
Wow.
Merry Christmas.
Oh,
hey!
What's Christmas without a little terror? Twice.
What was your Christmas wish?
I just want it to be the best Christmas ever.
Oh, ignore all the fine print. Honestly, it's like you're signing your life away.
This is crazy.
Hold up, that was your wish? Not like, I don't know, world peace?
End hunger.
And homelessness?
Stop climate change.
Save the polar bears?
New Drake album.
Oh.
I love Drake.
Point taken.
Oh my God!
Ooh, look at you, high stuff, looking like a tall drink of water.
I'm enchanted.
Go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business.
So y'all, let me tell you how I was nervous just for a minute there, because something happened with my connection, and so I thought that I lost y'all for good. And I'm like, no. So I don't know if it cut off on y'all end, but I was over here freaking out, like, I gotta get back on here. But I'm so glad that it worked out. I just want to let y'all know a little bit added onto the Hit It and Quit It. The person who did the assault in Philly has been caught. He was caught. So the one that assaulted the young lady down at 55th and King Sesson, he was caught. A little note that I put on the side, the U.S. ambassador put the ass in ambassador, because, and like when she stood up to speak, they all got up and turned their back on her, because she was the only one that made it so that there is no peace over there, that they couldn't come to a resolution. So they vetoed the whole thing, that she voted against it. So that sucked. Oh, and my Eagles, they beat the Dolphins yesterday. So that's why I said I had a great weekend. So I'm wearing my Eagles today. But yeah, my Eagles, they won. So our record is now 6-1. All right. So I'm going to jump to these comments real quick. Then we're going to jump into the hot topic. All right. Let me go all the way back up. All right. Woo! It's a lot of comments. We got Triple I heard in the building. He said, welcome to Think Different TV. He also hashtag Tdtv. He also put up the symbols, the brain, the TV, and the 2 exclamation points. Got my Think Different TV mug, y'all. Look at that. Look at how hot that is. Anyway, get with it. Y'all got to get with it. When y'all ready to get that merch, let me know. Let me know. Oh, wait. What do I have? Is that a pin too? Y'all ain't ready. Y'all not ready. We got Janina in the building. What's up, baby? We got Tropical Skin in the building. Hola, Maria, Maria, Maria. I'm going to sing that every time I bring you in, girl. We got Mike's Movie Corner and more. He said, what's good? She also, Tropical Skin also said, happy Monday evening. As always, it's a pleasure to have y'all in the building. We got sibling rivalry with Tanya and Sin. He said, hey, 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 hey. Good evening. What's up? What's up? Janina said, happy birthday to Prince Wise. That's my baby. That's my baby. Maria, you know what? With these compliments, we gotta get together, girl. I'm so excited for us to meet up because she's always with the compliments, man. I love it. I love it. She said, you're shining gorgeous, Lashia. And she said, I bet you rocked his birthday party. Man, first of all, my knees hurt because we went to Sky Zone. We was on the trampoline at the trampoline park, and he liked to jump. And I was jumping, and I felt a little, like something buckled, and I was like, ooh. let me get out of here. Chulify her said he's back in the building. Let me see. Anybody else in the building? People are always y'all. I love this. Trevo, you said rest in peace to the put him in a coffin guy. Okay, so here's the thing, right? So when Vine was a thing, I wasn't really paying attention to Vine. It's so funny because Vine was like the start of Reels. Everything that we do now, Reels, Shorts, all that stuff. So I wasn't really a big Vine person, so I didn't really know who that person was. But then when I saw the kind of content he did, not gonna lie, I was kind of like, he became famous doing this type of stuff, just throwing his body on stuff. It's crazy, but rest in peace to him. People said, I wish Jada would stop talking. Trevo says shot for shoplifting. Yeah. He sold Pokemon stuff from GameStop and got shot by the employee. He said, rest in peace, and may Pop continue to as well. And I agree with that was Janina. Trevo said, Krishan, stop, gracias. Janina said, Krishan just mad because she didn't get the ring. Actually, she did the diss track before he proposed to Jada and Alexis. So he was actually butthurt about the diss track and went and proposed to Jada and Alexis. Janina said, more money leaves this country to help others, but yet can't do shit to help our own crises. Absolutely, right? Giving them 100, what was it, 100 million, 100 billion? I can't remember. It was a lot of money. I'm like, dude, like we need that money over here. Triple said, Nina, you ain't wrong, but but I'm glad you see it from a different angle. That girl hurting bad in real time. She's trying to hide it, but I'm a Capricorn and I can smell blood in the water. I think that's about Krishan. And he said, Nina, that's facts. We be tricking off to other countries, but we got homeless people in a city of all rats. You talk about New York. Tell him make it make sense. And Janine said, oh, she definitely be getting ready to fight for something. They both his BMs, but Jaden got the ring. I never cared for Krishan or Blueface and don't really know who Jaden is, but it's all drama and clout, because even bad PR is good PR. Ain't that the truth? She will say he a white bicycle cop. He better get his supervisor before I sleep him. He's like, hella drama and right. Got to keep the paper coming in. That's true. Krishan and Blueface people pay for their foolishness. It's crazy. He said, I ain't mess with Netflix. Half of the movie sucks. Janina said, Trevo, homelessness, the drug epidemic, which is only getting worse, inflation, yet there are somehow millions of dollars to send out to other countries. Hashtag make it make sense. Hashtag HIQI. Absolutely. And I love that y'all tag y'all hashtagging the HIQI. That's very important. Also hashtag FYP while you're at it. He said, that's why I don't vote as a man. I don't care. I'm voting for besides promises and skin color. Like Janina said, I don't even know the last time I voted, because in the end, they're all twisted liars and nothing will ever get resolved unless it benefits the government and not the actual people. Oh, y'all was going in the comments. Ooh, Triple said, remember this wasn't called an epidemic till the white kids got hooked. When it was just people of melanin, they called it a war. And then he said they put epidemic in it when rich white kids got hooked on pills. Speak on it, Trevo. He also said he said the statue of The Rock and Lil Wayne are pretty horrible, to be honest. It's like the artist responsible didn't try. Janina said, I just saw the Wax Museum also made a figure of Weezy, and he himself stated, this isn't me, in response to his viral pics. But yeah, that definitely doesn't look like The Rock either. HIQI. Wow. Somebody said, whoever made the statue still got dial-up internet. Stop. She was saying she got videos of Will being sporty. That's why he's sitting there like a crazy man. I'm so done with y'all. You know, shout out to Missy. She got her own boulevard named after her in Virginia. And he said, my wife, Nicki Minaj, don't be posting my wife about clearance. We talked about this and this stuff. Whoever did the wax statues need to be caught too. Somebody call it in. They're going to need a warrant. Yeah, I remember why it was dope. That's how I found DC Young Fly too. And Tropical Skin said, I agree with you, Shia. We have to get together ASAP, of course. And she will say, yes, you got to start it, Miss Star. So I appreciate y'all for lighting up the comments, man. Listen, we're going to do a real deep discussion today. This is really going to be a learning type thing. I have some slides I'm going to read to y'all and everything like that to give y'all information and clarity on the topic today. But before we even jump into that, let me turn this on because my banner is not on. That's why I look weird. And we're going to jump into this hot topic, y'all. Once again, I appreciate y'all so much for rocking out with me tonight. And we're going to get into it like this. But before we even do that, little something from my baby.
Hey, you're watching my mommy on Tdtv.
I'm coming in hot.
Tell me the truth. You could tell me the truth! Why are you talking to that guy last night?
I wasn't!
Listen, don't talk to guys. Listen! Why are you talking? I'm not playing. I'm not playing.
Yo! What are you doing?
Oh, chill. Yo, we're filming. We're filming. Look, we're...
You f***ing cheating on me again? You texting that girl again, huh?
I wasn't cheating at you.
I saw that picture too.
I wasn't cheating at you.
Stop on the ground.
I wasn't cheating on you.
Serious? Are you serious right now? Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious?
Come on, bro.
You don't do that shit to me.
about domestic violence and how much men suffer domestic abuse at the hands of their partner. This right here is Courtney Clenny. She is a woman that stabbed to death her boyfriend, Christian, who's pictured. Christian was subjected to an immense amount of abuse, physically, mentally, emotionally, racially. She abused Christian on a regular basis. And this wasn't the first time that she had stabbed him. She had stabbed him in the leg previously. She had beaten him up with a mobile phone. She had attacked him in a lift, which was all recorded. And she had abused him on a daily basis. Days before she killed him, she got a restraining order out against him. Now, some say that might be a coincidence and she may well have feared for her life. But some also say that was premeditated because she knew what was coming and she knows she can't control herself. So she's using that now, the self-defense, I'm a battered girlfriend, I'm the one that suffered in the relationship, to try and get a lesser sentence for killing Christian. I wonder, do you think it's justified? Men get abused just as much as women, but the big difference is men find it very hard to talk about it. Most men are embarrassed to admit the fact that they're being abused by a woman. And often when they do speak out to someone about the abuse, they're not believed and they're not supported. And this is exactly what happened to Bradley, who's pictured, who's only 22. He recently lost his life to his ex-girlfriend, Abigail White, who's pictured, who stabbed him because he told her he no longer wanted to be in a relationship with her. Her defense is that she was so angry and she's not been given tools to cope with her anger, which she's aware is an issue. So she just wanted to scare him and decided to stab him to scare him, but didn't have the intention to kill him. A psychologist during the case has decided that she has BPD, which is a cluster B personality disorder. She's using that now to get a lesser sentence. Violence against men needs to be spoken about more. Men need to speak up and not be afraid to speak up. And they certainly shouldn't be ridiculed because they're getting abused by their partner. Who needs to hear this? Share.
So guys, this is a topic that I have so much, I don't have any personal knowledge about, but I am so appalled that it doesn't get more exposure. One of the reasons why, it really touches my heart is because I'm a boy mom. And my son, so far, him being 8 years old, is the sweetest little boy you could ever meet. And just the thought of someone, him getting into a relationship later on down the line with a female who decides to put her hands on him, y'all, I might end up going to jail. You're not gonna hit my son. If he, and it's too soon to tell if he would actually put his hands on someone. I mean, he's a little kid. He'll hit every now and then, but he do it mostly to get your attention, not necessarily to hurt you. But basically, what I really get frustrated with is the first video that I showed was it was an experiment. They switched up. So first the man exhibited domestic behavior towards the woman, and people was quick to jump in and defend this lady. And then when he was getting hit by the lady, didn't nobody step in to help him. And I'm like, I'm on the side of right. I don't like when nobody put their hands on nobody at all and unprovoked. Definitely, you're not going to put your hands on nobody in front of me. And it really made me mad because like, I don't know if y'all noticed, but the two guys that was talking some world star and all this stuff, they actually went in and attempted to hit the dude too, like to join in on what they deemed was fun or funny, and that pissed me off to the highest. Because I'm like, how are you participating in the violence against this man? It don't matter if she's upset at him, and it don't matter if he said something to upset her. She should not put her hands on him. And vice versa. Do not use your hands. Do not use your hands. If you feel like you're getting to the point where you feel like you're going to do something like that, walk away. Just walk away. So I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional because I didn't like how this guy was getting it was fake. They was putting on a show, but to see that nobody came to his aid, like women that have sons that say they love their sons, if they see a man getting abused by a woman and they do nothing, you don't really love your son. I'm gonna just say it like that. You don't really love your son or men, period, if you allowing someone to abuse a man in your presence. People are like, oh, well, he's a man, he should be able to stand up. Sometimes men could be battered. We're gonna get into all this, but a man could be beat down so much and just take the hits and keep taking the hits and keep taking the hits that it starts to become part of their relationship. And he knows he's been raised to not hit a woman, not put his hands on her, not do all this stuff. And it pisses me off that it's this double standard, because I'm a firm believer, if you want to hit somebody, you should be hit back. Now, I'm not saying if she smack him, he should just dog her out, beat her down. But there gotta be some type of evenness, okay? So I'm gonna jump into it, y'all, before I get too excitable, because then it's gonna be hard for me to even get my thoughts out. So let me get down here to my slides. Okay. So the myth: domestic violence only affects women. Fact: 40% or more domestic violence victims are men. And why they say or more? Because this is only of the men who actually report that they're being domestically abused. Okay. Here we go. Men suffer domestic violence too. More than 1 in 4 men will experience sexual assault, physical violence, and or stalking by an intimate partner. Now, in some cases, people are like, oh, gay relationships, but I talked about that last week. This can also be in a heterosexual relationship. All right. Abuse of men happens far more often than you might expect in both heterosexual and same-sex relationships. It happens to men from all cultures and all walks of life, regardless of age or occupation. Male survivors of domestic violence can feel a stigma to be the strong male who should be able to fight back against an abusive partner. Excuse me. Especially when their partner is female. Male victims may also face discrimination from police or domestic violence shelters that are skeptical of their accounts of abuse. I'm gonna let y'all sit there for a minute. Excuse me. It's very hard to find a domestic abuse shelter for men because the stigma still is that men can't be abused. The invisible victim: how domestic violence affects men. Identifying the male victim. Men suffer in silence for a number of reasons. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on with me. See, the devil is trying to keep me from giving you all this information. I'm trying to tell you. I think because I got so excitable from what happened in the video. Making them less likely to report the abuse. Men may be embarrassed or think they can handle the abuse. Some male victims also fear they may be ridiculed or admitting their female partner has abused them. A man who calls the police to report domestic violence is 3 times more likely to be arrested than the woman. What? Case in point, watch Judge Judy. Woman calls the police. It's obvious evidence that she scratched this man up. Man was scratched all up. Woman had not a scratch on her. She calls the police though. But she calls the police after he calls the police. He calls the police and now she's like, oh crap, let me go call the police. She called the police show up, they arrest the man. No wonder there's no men speaking up about it. 830,000 men fall victim to domestic violence every year. 830,000 men, y'all. At every 37.8 seconds, somewhere in America, a man is battered. Now, I found this quote. Domestic violence is not about size, gender, or strength, says Jan Brown, executive director and founder of the Domestic Abuse Helpline for Men. It's about abuse, control, and power, and getting out of dangerous situations and getting help, whether you're a woman being abused or a man. Now, ways men can be abused. I'm going to briefly take this banner off so I can read the slides for you guys. Although women can be physically abusive, and I took this from, oh my gosh, what is the site? I can't remember at the moment, but I took this from a site. I did not write this. I just want to put that out there. I found the site to be very helpful, and I'm really saying I can't remember the name of it. And I told myself to write it down so I wouldn't forget it, and I still forgot it. So, although women can be physically abusive, this isn't the primary way men find themselves experience abuse in a relationship. When it comes to physical abuse, women are far more likely to be the ones experiencing it. Physical abuse by a woman is typically a response to physical abuse by their partner. All right. Verbal and emotional abuse. When a man physically abuses a woman, he's viewed as angry, out of control, and morally wrong. However, many men have been rightly taught never to use their physical advantage over women in an abusive manner. A woman who is abusive, however, might exploit this restraint by giving in to her own anger issues or manipulative strategies, instincts, and becoming verbally or emotionally abusive toward her partner. This kind of "you can't touch me" approach leaves a man unsure of what to do other than to take it and live with it. Sexual coercion. Men are also more prone to sexual coercion by women. So rather than forcible sexual abuse, a woman may use sex as a weapon to try to control a man. This may take the form of withholding sex, promising sex or sexual acts in order to get what she wants, using sexual flirtation to control or outright hurt him. There may also be covert sexual acts, such as forcing fellatio or grabbing genitalia, that can be seen as a form of sexual abuse. Because some men are responsive to acts of sexual nature, they may not recognize this manipulation as a form of abuse. But using anything as a means of trying to control your partner, including sex, can be seen as a form of abuse. In the Hit It and Quit It, it was Phaedra Parks and Brandy who are getting sued by a butler on that was there during the Housewives special, saying that he was touched without his permission or whatever. And listen, his case is just as valid as a woman coming forward and talking about sexual abuse. All right. So don't sit up there and be like, oh, well, he probably wanted it. No, because sometimes you don't want to be touched by somebody. If you don't want to be touched by them, you don't want to be touched by them. It was a guy that was working out in the gym, and these two women was standing behind him, and they took liberty to grab his butt, and he turned around, he was mad, and as the other guys that was around him was just laughing. That's not funny. Psychological abuse. Women can also employ psychological abuse tactics. These can include demeaning the man in their life, undermining the man's confidence, causing the man to feel isolated and dependent. These can manifest in a few ways for the man, including being socially cut off from friends and normal activities, calling names or intimidating, interfering in family relationships, making unfounded accusations of infidelity, constantly monitoring calls, texts, and social media, exerting financial control and manipulating or undermining behavior such as overspending. And I'm going to throw, I don't know if it's in here, but let me see. I think this is on the next slide. Oh, here we go. Additionally, a man's children may be used against them. Some women who may have a strong influence over their children's behavior use this influence to negatively manipulate and alienate the children against the father. They may threaten a man's access to his children or expose certain flaws or behaviors to his children that will turn them against him. This is abusive behavior to both the man in question as well as the children who are caught in the middle and being used. And let me just throw something else in here. There's some really filthy, dirty women out there who, because they hate the father so much, and not even because they are a bad father, but because that person no longer wants to be in a relationship with them, they will make up lies saying that they have touched their children inappropriately, they have some weird type of thing with their kids, and have them falsely imprisoned, or have it so that everybody is looking at them some type of way. And it was this one woman, and I believe it was on Iyanla Fix My Life. I think it was that show where for years, this woman lied and said that her husband tried to touch her daughters and everything. That's why she had to get away. And come to find out, she lied about the whole thing, made everything up. All because he didn't want to be with her no more. And that is a form of abuse as well. So, signs a man may be experiencing abuse. So if men don't want to talk about it and may not even recognize it, and there are no physical signs like bruises or broken bones, how can you tell if a man is being abused in his relationship? Actually, there are signs of abuse in men. You just have to know what to look for. Considering the following for clues, a man may be dealing with abuse. Changes in personality. Any distinct changes in personality in anyone should raise a red flag. It doesn't always mean abuse, but it generally means something is going on. In a man, a change in personality, such as an outgoing person becoming withdrawn, or a responsible or a steady man acting in angry, wild, or irresponsible ways, could be a sign of abuse. Being anxious or fearful about his partner's response. Being regularly and overly concerned or anxious about how your partner will respond to you isn't healthy and may be a sign of fear that failure to please will result in punitive or abusive measures. This is true for both men and women and can result in a breakdown in communication. Becoming overly apologetic. A person experiencing abuse may become accustomed to unnecessarily apologizing or over-explaining their behavior, needing to check in with his partner repeatedly. Along with becoming fearful of his partner's response may come the need to check in with his partner constantly, or the partner's need to keep tabs on him and know his whereabouts at all times. If you find that a man's partner is checking up on him or has trained him to check in more often than seems reasonable, it may be a sign of abuse. Depression. In men, depression can manifest as anger more so than in a despondent mood. Alcohol or substance abuse. Men are prone to using alcohol as a method of self-medicating. They use it or other substances as a means of managing emotions and escaping. So if a man begins drinking more than usual or starts smoking cigarettes or cannabis, consider it a warning sign that something may be off. Seemingly generally unwell. Men are notorious for their inability to express feelings. If a man is experiencing abuse, he may not know how to talk about it, feel ashamed of his situation, or stuff his feelings. This can result in an outwardly observable illness. In essence, the abuse is making him sick. Low self-esteem. One effect of abuse that's consistent among men and women is the lowering of self-esteem, especially if a man seems to become unsure of himself in an area where he was once confident. He may be an overlooked survivor of male abuse. These are not all signs of abuse in men, but they're some of the most prevalent. If you notice these in yourself or a man you love, it may be time to act. Now, I don't know if y'all are familiar with different movies that have shown abuse towards men and put in a way that is a little like, yeah, okay, whatever. You know, Martin, Miss Trinidad, trying to force herself onto him. Everybody saw this funny and everything like that, but he was a man that did not want to be touched because he had a girlfriend. He verbalized that many, many times. Jamie Foxx, when he had the older woman played by Janet Dubois. Was it her? The one that played, no, it wasn't Janet Dubois. It was the woman that played the original Aunt Viv. She was guest starring on Jamie Foxx, and she was trying to coerce Jamie into having relations with her. Norbit, Rasputia, abusing this man. You know, when I was younger and I watched it, it was like really funny. But then I get older and I watch it and I'm like, this wasn't so funny. It just seemed very sad. It was very, I can't even explain the feeling that I get when I watch that movie because it's like overly, it's overly abusive. It's like, it's not funny. It's not funny. I love Eddie Murphy, but that was one of the movies that I was just like, this is too much. Like, I can't deal with it. Hangover. The one of the characters in Hangover, he actually was the one with the glasses that woke up and he was missing his teeth. He was like a dentist, but they kept saying, you're not a doctor for real, you're a dentist, you know, all this stuff, right? So the woman that he was with in the first one, oh, she was a BI, okay? A major BI. And she And the thing is that she cheated on him, but he still felt like he needed to please her. He needed to make sure she was good. But she was the one that was doing wrong to him the whole time. I mean, he would go to give her a kiss, she would turn her head. Just like, and then she was always having him check in and call her every step of the trip. And at the end of Hangover 1, when it was at the wedding, and she came up to him and she was all like saying all this stuff to him, and he finally spoke up for himself. Bradley Cooper's character and the other guys was looking like, finally, like, yes, take your power back, dude. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like different movies like that just show, horrible bosses. Jennifer Aniston character. Oh my gosh. She was like one of the worst bosses because she used sex as a way to try to control the one character. I can't remember the names. I think it was Dell. I think that was his name. I can't remember. But his character, that was because she was a dentist and he was also, but there's a part in there that I was like, she basically sexually assaulted him because she put him to sleep. She told him, now that you work with me, I could do some, work on your mouth for free if you want. So he was like, yeah, sure, why not? So he said he had a problem. So she's like, I'm going to put you to sleep so we can work on the issue. But while he was knocked out, she took all these explicit photos with him and did all this stuff with him while he was knocked out. So like, but everybody like look at it and they be laughing, and it's really not funny. It's really not funny. So, let me jump to these comments. Sheesh. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta go all the way back. Sheesh. Wait. Okay. I know where I'm at now. So Tribo Lafarre, he got us started with hashtag hot topic. Tropical Skin said, by the way, I love that you sing my name, Maria. Sibling rival with Tanya and Sin said, imagine a rock walking up to the statue saying, who is this Rudy Poo? Rudy Poo. All right, y'all. Let's get back to the hot topic. So Janina said, rest in peace to Christian. Absolutely. Chivo said, Maria, I'm upset. I'll be singing off key in the phone with you. Janina said, and unfortunately, it's so true. Men can and do suffer just as much as women, but it isn't publicized or talked about as much. And Chivo said, I've been there before. Mental abuse. She was older than me. She was 26. I was 21. She tried to pressure me into marriage. Janina said, rest in peace to Bradley and all lives lost as a result of domestic violence. Absolutely. Tropical Skin said, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. These women really need help. No, they need to get beat up. My type of help may not be the type of help they want, but it's the type of help that they need. Okay. Because they'll teach them real quick not to do that ever again to anybody else. All right. Trivo said, every night she called me a set of different terms and isolated me from my friends. That's why I'm so vocal today in relationships, because I know what it's like to feel bad and nobody believes you. Janina said, mental, emotional, physical abandonment, trauma are all forms of abuse, no matter the situation. Hashtag hot topic. Trivo said, because the girl is pretty and they be like, she can't do that. That's another thing. People always be looking at the girl like, well, she's so small. How is she abusing you? Like, if you don't man up, get some balls, this, that, and the third. But that's a weapon too. Her being so small, and maybe she hit him to test the word. Oh my gosh. I was just sitting, I was watching Chris Rock last night, his stand-up from 1996. And he was talking about women. I wish I had pulled that clip. I should have pulled that clip so I could show y'all. But he was like, they be going off in the restaurant. You ain't blah 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 blah, and then would say something like, "That's why your mom ugly," and then then she brace herself for the hit. But when the hit don't come, then she start going in and doing more, start saying more, and the more you allow the behavior. See, this is the crazy thing, because when you say stuff like that, it's like you're victimizing the victim all over again. You're trying to make it seem like it's their fault. You're victim blaming. Because it's like, man, you the one that kind of let it happen all them years. You ain't say nothing, so she just thought she could do it because you didn't say nothing, blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing. You can't, it's like, it's a way of saying it to someone. Use it as a learning experience to not allow even the smallest things to escape passion. She might love tap you. Stop playing. Right? Now, if a man turn around to his woman and say, yo, don't hit me, I don't like to be hit. Some people that are there and witness it might be like, man, you overreacted, man. She didn't even hit you that hard, blah, 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 blah. But you have to establish those boundaries right off the bat. You have to be like, I don't want you touching me in a way that feels uncomfortable to me because it's crossing a boundary. And if you can't respect that boundary, we don't need to be together. That goes for men and women. It goes for men and women. When you people treat you how you allow yourself to be treated. They treat you how you allow yourself to be treated. If you allow yourself to be treated like a dog, people going to dog you out. It's some people that don't agree with you allowing yourself to be treated like that. And when they say something about, oh, well, such and such treat you like a dog, then no, he don't. No, she don't. Oh, no. I try to make excuses for these people. And if someone else can see it on the outside looking in, and they can see it clearly, sometimes you got to take them rose-colored glasses off. So, yeah, a man will sit there and be like, yo, this is the guy that she hits him one time. He's like, ha, you play too much, Then she might hit him a little harder the next time. And then the next time. Matter of fact, it's this guy who is a bodybuilder. Freaking bodybuilder. And he was getting beat by his girlfriend. She beat him all up in the face, had him all lumped up. But he was taught not to put his hands on a woman, and he want to call the police, but she don't got nowhere to go, and he'll feel responsible if she gets locked up. But she should feel responsible that she got locked up because she shouldn't have put her hands on him. And everybody look at him and be like, you a bodybuilder though. Why are you not fighting her back? And then she all small and petite. So this dude is a bodybuilder. She beating up, he probably could take one hit her one time just to defend himself, and he the one that go to jail. It's not fair. And Trevo, I agree with Maria. I'm also sorry that you went through that. Janina said, I've also been emotionally or mentally abused, so I can empathize, Trevo. I'm sorry you went through that. Trevo says, thank you, ladies. And Trevo said, Nina, how long did that situation last? Well, wait a minute. So where are we? You said I disagree with you, Lashia. So what? Well, I probably have to read on because it's probably later on in the comments. Janina said it happened in different relationships, but no one deserves any form of it. He said, Maria, thank you. It's okay. She can't help me anymore. Tropical said, I love my son over anything in this world. Me too. Look, listen, ain't nobody gonna touch my son. All right. Like, I don't like it. People said no one at all made it hard to function as a full adult today in relationships. He said, I love my ex-husband, but I was an abusive and aggressive wife. Oh wow. And I applaud you for even acknowledging that and taking accountability, because sometimes it's very hard to turn the mirror on ourselves and realize that we're the ones that inflicted some type of pain on someone else. So I commend you for taking accountability for what you've done in your relationship with your ex-husband. Me, like my son's father, in our relationship, I hit him once. And I feel awful about it. Every time I think about it, I just be like how could I even, nothing he said or did should have made me that mad that I had to raise my hand to him. And I always go back to that, like, that was uncalled for. You know? She said, I know she can't love, neither does anyone else will do it again. And exactly. Sheba said that suffering silence is the real deal. Try is in the building. He said, is it the devil or COVID? If your man was getting his ass kicked by a woman, how would you feel? I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like it. Sheba said, Maria, I'm also glad you learned from the situation and continue to be a great woman today. Janina said, it's not about what I learned. It's about the pain I caused in the family I broke, my family. Absolutely. Try, I didn't even know you was even on until I went to the comments. So shut your face. But I am very upset about, well, first of all, I'm mad that Giants won, but I'm also mad that, like, the Commanders lost. Like, that was such a low scoring game. It made me really upset. I didn't like it. Tropical Skin said, I learned, I grew, but it still hurts. Janina said, which is unfortunate, but the fact that you admit and realize where you did wrong is why is what I meant by learn. Okay. And she said, Janina said, no one's perfect, but it's how we move forward from our past experiences to better ourselves. And she will say, yes, the forward motion. Try said, that sounds like a marriage. She will say, the list sounds familiar. He said, I used to get called an idiot so much I thought my opinion and thoughts never mattered, so I became quiet. That's so sad. I'm so sorry, Chivo. And Try, first of all, they're no longer the Redskins, they're the Commanders. And second of all, after that game, yeah, I would have to agree. So those were our comments for our hot topic. Listen, guys, I hope that y'all got value out of what I have shown you tonight. I hope that you were able to take something from this discussion. I do want to put out there that there is a hotline that if you or anyone you know needs help, help is available. Speak with someone today. This is the National Domestic Violence Hotline. It is open 24/7. The languages are English, Spanish, and 200 plus through interpretation service. Just call 800-799-6999 800-799-7233. That's 800-799-7233. And that, guys, concludes our hot topic.
I'm coming in hot.
Hey guys, Lashia here from Think Different TV, which is every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Shout out to my Tdtv fam all over the country. And I have a Tdtv exclusive for you concerning my sponsor, Euphoria Water. Euphoria Water is the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly, alkaline with minerals, no chemicals, no additives. It is good and good for you. If you're going to hydrate the right way. Get your Euphoria Water today. You can find Euphoria Water on IG under Euphoria Water. That's UPHORIAWATER. And if you live in the Philadelphia area and want Euphoria Water delivered to your home, contact Captain at 267-707-8279. And why are we in my bathroom? Well, I want to show you my new Euphoria Water shower head. There you go. It's so bright and shiny and beautiful. It took me literally seconds to set up. I just unscrewed my old one and screwed this one on. It has several different settings. You can get the jet setting. You can do the regular shower setting. It is amazing. And also to know that I have the purest water hit my body. It's the greatest feeling. So make sure you make this investment because I am so happy that I made this investment. Call Captain at 267-707-8279 to put in that order, or you can hit them up on Euphoria Water on IG. I'm telling you, it's the best investment, the best thing I ever did.
Hey, this is your favorite niece, Leah, and you are watching Think Different TV, hosted by Lashia, and this is the music video of the week.
You're a big time, big guy, yeah. Think you can phase the trap out? For the trapaholic payroll Randy Savage. You just a little guy, just a little guy like weed in this little bag compared to a bill. Trap back 2 is on the way. Trap back 2 is on the way. Big guys, yeah.
Okay. We back. TV2, we gon' do a recap. Check my resume, nigga.
My resume say consistently dropping shit. I'm hot as grease. They know I'm out here popping shit. Give me neck like the Loch Ness fish. Wine water whipping, trying to lock some shit. My resume say consistently dropping shit. I'm hot as grease. They know I'm out here popping shit. Give me neck like the Loch Ness fish. Wine water whipping, trying to lock some shit. Who you know can do the Forrest Gump? When I'm chasing the bag, only time I run. But how about payroll Santana 316? Stone Cold vest on, nigga, with the big rings. Wait, watch me do a magic trick. Trap with the payroll powder on some magic shit. When I shot, labels tired of being civil with it. A Black Panther, I went Huey P. Newton with it.
All right. All right, so this is just in. We're going to go ahead and take this to Phoenix, to Jeremy with the weather.
Thanks, payroll.
This is Jeremy with the weather here out in Phoenix, Arizona, where it's 99.9.
Man, what the fuck is that, man? I can't fucking see fucking pollen in my mouth, bud flying and shit, man. Man, let's get out of here, man.
Yeah, it's hot out there. This is dumbass. Oh. All right.
I think I got a water problem. Backwood loud and a lot of blues piling. My commercial reference average college. Molten trap back, nigga from a trap scholar. When I drop, it's going down now. Hey, still trending off going down now. Hey, shout out to Holly Grove, it's called non-swamp. If this shit ain't enough, still got a lot. Being rubbing elbows with the industry. If I'm lying, why the fuck these niggas mention me? Start to finish, nigga, I'm talking A to Z. Been had my own business, trap catering. My resume say consistently dropping shit. I'm hot as grease, they know I'm out here popping shit. Give me neck, like the Loch Ness fish. Wine water whipping, trying to lock some shit. My resume say consistently dropping shit. I'm hot as grease. They know I'm out here popping shit. Give me neck like the Loch Ness bitch. Wine water whipping, trying to lock some shit. You know, there's two things for the streets. These bitches and me. Trap.
GoFundMe is not life insurance. The time for life insurance is now.
I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business.
Hey, that was Resume by Payroll Santana. Shout out to my bro. Man, he's doing big things. He just dropped another video called Void, and I can't wait to play that on the show. I'm always going to show him love because he was one of the original people that did an interview with me. So we got a chance to learn more about him as an artist and as a person. And that's what we do right here on Think Different TV every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Think Different TV YouTube channel, man. So I am just so proud of him. Just keep dropping that music, man. Another person that keep dropping music is I Am Young P and Tree Will I Fire. They keep it hot, man. They keep it hot and they keep it new and they keep it fresh. And that's what it's all about when it comes to being creative. When it comes to dropping music that I can actually listen to and not feel like my ears are bleeding. But listen, guys, we're going to jump into this Tdtv Jeopardy. The rules for Tdtv Jeopardy are as follows. Number 1, must have Cash App. $20 Cash App prize will be sent to the Cash App. Number 2, must have camera on when you join in. Number 3, must answer in the form of a question. Example, the color of the sky is this. Answer is what is blue. If you do not answer in the form of a question, you will be wrong. Even if you are right, you will be wrong. All right. Wrong answers will result in score deduction. All right. So don't mess up. Do not mess up. And number 5, must answer Final Jeopardy correctly to win Tdtv Jeopardy as a whole. Godspeed and good luck. All right. So, guys, who is brave enough to join me on the screen so we can see how great you are on as far as Tdtv Jeopardy is concerned? We got somebody backstage. I have a feeling I know who it is. Yeah, it is. It's ugliness, but it's all in love, bro. It's all in love. Let me jump to the comments real quick. Trevo. Okay, so Janina, here's the thing. Trevo can't participate. You want to know why? Because he is part of the show. He is one of the workers that work so hard and diligently to bring y'all this great content. So yeah, Trevo can't participate. All right, can't. It's kind of like when they say, oh, if they have a McDonald's competition, they say, oh, people that yeah, Nina, if you want to jump on in, you definitely can. I put the link in the comments. You know, it's kind of like when McDonald's be like, we're having a contest and everything like that. But, you know, if you work for McDonald's, if you're like a CEO or something like that, because they don't want it to seem like it's rigged. So that's why, but get this, Trevo never knows the topic of the Jeopardy He doesn't know any of that. I keep it a secret from him too, because I want him to participate and join in and see if he know the answers too. But I don't want, I don't want it. I don't want to be spoiled. I want to keep it to myself. They say it's a saying that says, two can keep a secret if one is dead. Well, two can keep a secret if that one can keep their mouth shut too. So, Trevo said, facts, big facts. I beg weekly, but she won't tell me. And also, let me see. He showed big love to Payroll, man. Nina, she put up the prayer in the hearts. She was like, hey, wait a minute, let me make sure I do it right. Hey, that's how you do it. Hey. You gotta go in the depths of your soul to bring it out. You gotta do it from your diaphragm, He said, my boy Payroll, throw up the fire emojis. He also said hashtag big pay. Love you too, Trevo. Mwah. Let me see. She admires. He said, don't off me. So let me go backstage and pull Try in. Hi, Try.
What's good? How you doing?
I'm good. Oh my gosh, your sound is beautiful.
Yeah, for now.
So crisp and clear.
Yeah.
Since nobody else joined in, and we really want to get this off the ground. First, how did you feel about the topic tonight?
Very serious, thing. When you have a males getting abused by women, what do you do? Like if you're a guy getting abused by a female, what do you do? Because you can't put your hands on her. So what you know what I'm saying? Like what I mean, for me, I would just leave that, situation. And I know there's guys that would handle it differently, but I just think it's better. You're better off leaving that situation and going to jail.
Yeah,
there's a lot of our people, our black men incarcerated right now for domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad.
And it's some women, it's some women that it was one woman that actually, she went so far. So this one woman, just a little what is it called? Disclaimer.
Right.
I am going to talk about somebody dying. All right. So there was this epidemic that happened where people were dying. They were dying. And they was trying to find a connection. It was like 2-3 people that died, including this one guy. And they was trying to figure out what was the common connection from all of them, because they just all got sick really quickly, and then they was in the hospital, and then they died, and it was like, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on?
Right.
So it took this one specialist to come in and say everything that's happening to them is indicative of arsenic poisoning. So they like, arsenic poison? Like how? So peep game, right? This woman wanted to off her husband, but she wanted to make it seem like it was an accident.
Wow.
So she had like fish flakes, it's something that was supposed to clean fish tanks.
Mm-hmm.
And she took it to a store and she injected like several packages with this particular thing.
Right.
And then she picked up one and took it home for her husband. And her husband was the only one using this stuff. And she killed other people to make his look like a whole accident.
Right.
And then they went like when I tell you the thorough investigation that went into this, like some women, they just be like on another level thinking about stuff like that. But I'm seeing now that women are getting increasingly violent, like their crimes are more violent. Like it used to be rare for a woman to use a gun or a knife to kill someone. They would rather just poison them, or because women back then, they didn't want to have to clean up too much.
Right.
You know.
Mm.
But I was like, but when you shoot somebody, and do you remember the actor that was on SNL?
Which one?
The one that he was on SNL, and he was on Small Soldiers. He was also on it was this movie with but he had this like noticeable voice, like it. Anyway,
you talking about Phil Hartman?
Yes.
Yeah.
And his wife, unalived him.
Yeah.
And then unalived herself. So everybody trying to be like, oh, well, what is, instead of just saying she's a murderer and just like being real mad at that fact, they're like, oh, well, she might have been going through some mental health issues. Every time a woman does something to a man, it's like, well, maybe there's some type of excuse as to why she put her hands on him or why she unalived him. And it's like, no. Because if it was a man that did the other, when it was Chris Benoit, everybody was like, he's a monster. He's a criminal. He mental health issues, whatever. Even though it was obvious, like he was doing steroids, he was doing a lot of stuff that would mess his mind up. But they was still like, there's nothing that could make a man go that crazy to kill his, and it was just weird. But I digress. Nobody else joined in, so we're gonna get this Tdtv Jeopardy popping off. I do appreciate you, Trevo. Your names are so close together.
I gotta change my name now. Because she messed my name up.
Try. I do appreciate you for tuning in and being a part of the conversation. I really do appreciate it. We're gonna jump into this Tdtv Jeopardy. We're gonna do it like this. Don't watch in the dark Jeopardy. Do you know these popular horror TV shows? All in the spirit of October being the month of Halloween. So, how good are you at that, Trial? You think you can ace this?
I watch a couple, American Horror Story and stuff like that. So,
all right, we'll see. We're going to jump into the 100-point answers like this. All right. I'm going to show you the picture and then you're just going to call it out. All right. Here we go.
Yeah. What is Tales from the Crypt?
What is Tales from the Crypt? Absolutely. You got 100 points on the board. Let's go to the next one. Five, four, three, two, one. And what is Goosebumps?
Oh, Goosebumps. I never watched that.
What? But you don't even know about the ritual? Because never mind. I'm gonna shut up.
I know of Goosebumps. I just never watched it though.
Okay. Next one. 4, 3, 2, 1. And what is Are You Afraid of the Dark? Wow. You know why? Because you old. You like, I ain't never watched these shows.
Nah. Some of them I know.
Tales from the Crypt was on HBO, and you wasn't really supposed to be watching it when you was watching.
I did watch that one. No, I did watch that one, but the other ones, like I had like little cousins that was watching it.
Yeah, but I mean, like Tales from the Crypt, like you wasn't really supposed to be watching it when it was on because you was like young.
I was like 12, 13 when that came on.
Oh yeah, you are that old. I'm sorry. 200-point answers. Here we go.
What is Wednesday?
What is Wednesday? Absolutely.
I did watch that.
Did you know that she's actually banned from playing Wednesday? Talk
Why?
about that a little bit later.
I didn't know that.
I just saw the headline, but I ain't really get a chance like to, delve into it. But she's banned from playing Wednesday. I don't know if it's banned from playing Wednesday or banned for to like portray her in other spaces. So that's why I gotta read the article. All right, here we go. Next one.
What is The Walking Dead?
What is The Walking Dead? Yo, I used to watch The Walking Dead every week faithfully on FX. I used to watch The Talking Dead afterwards. Like the first, I would say the first 5 seasons.
Yeah.
But then after that, I just kind of like, I think even a little bit after that, when Andrea died, that was so sad. When Michonne took the mayor's eyeball out, I was like, oh. And I had to look up the scene where my bull got killed by oh my gosh. I want to say Glenn, but I feel like that's wrong. Glenn,
when Glenn got killed by Negan,
yes. He got hit in the head with that. Yo.
Yeah.
That don't look real.
Yeah.
It looked real.
Everybody was pissed off when that happened. A lot of people were pissed off when he got killed off.
But it had to happen.
Yeah.
If you want
I don't think he needed to get killed. They could have killed off the others. They didn't have to kill off Glenn. I wanted Glenn to be one of the last survivors like Daryl.
Isn't there a new show?
Yeah.
That has
that just ended. That was the Daryl show. That was like 6 episodes. That ended Sunday. That ended.
It ended like it's no longer going to be on, or it ended like the season ended.
Well, I know it was 6 seasons. I think it might come back for like a second season because I don't want to give you the cliffhanger, but you got to watch it because something happens in the last episode.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, his brother, I was kind of like against at first, and then I like grown to like him. I was like, so when he died, I was like, like and that's a good like Walking Dead was really good about kind of like giving you the backstory on people.
Yeah.
So even if they were bad, by the time they died, it was kind of like, dang, man.
Right.
Like, that's so sad. All right. Next one. Here we go. 5, 4, 3.
What is Supernatural?
2. All right. You got it. Because I was about to count you out. All right. Here we go. 300-point answers.
What is American Horror Story?
Absolutely. That is correct. All right, here we go.
Who is Norman Bates? Bates Motel?
You got it at the last minute, because if you would have just said Norman Bates, I would have said but it is Bates Motel. All right. Last 300-point answer.
What is Evil?
What is Evil? Why do I feel like you've seen that show?
My mom watches that. She watches that show, so I know about that show. She always texts me about that show.
It's probably because Fine Behind Luke Cage is on there.
Yeah, Luke Cage, right. Luke Cage. Everybody knows from that.
So here we go. 400-point answers.
What is the Twilight Zone?
What is the Twilight Zone? Look, see, you know more than you think. All right, here we go. Next 400-point answer.
What is Ash versus Evil Dead?
What is Ash versus Evil Dead? You are correct. It's making me mad. Okay. All right, here we go.
What is Alfred Hitchcock?
5,
What is the
So
Alfred Hitchcock show? Alfred Hitchcock show?
And
No.
what is Alfred Hitchcock Presents?
What's the name of it?
Alfred
Oh, okay.
Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
Right.
So here we go. Count up the score. 700,000, 400. Yeah, carry 2. Got 2,300 points, sir. A lot better than last week. So, how much would you like to wager?
I'm gonna wager like 100.
100?
100, because nobody's here to battle me, so why not?
Okay. Now you have to win.
Right.
You have to win, sir. You have to get this correct in order to win the entire thing.
Hopefully I do.
All right, Final Jeopardy. And wait till I'm done the song, okay? All right.
Yeah.
All right, what is your answer, sir?
What is Hemlock Grove?
What did you say?
What is Hemlock Grove? She love doing that.
My mom would be like, I know if she was watching this, if she was on right now, she'd be like, "Oh my gosh!"
I don't know the character. Who is that?
What is Swinguli? Swinguli.
I never watched that show. What year did that come out?
It's been out for over 30 years.
Never heard of it.
Swinguli is a show where they show old movies, and he is the character that shows the old movies, like Elvira.
Right.
Like they pretty much do the same thing.
Okay.
But that's Swinguli.
I know Elvira, but I don't
That's
know
why I ain't put Elvira, because I knew you would have known. So Swinguli killed your whole vibe. But it's okay. I appreciate you for tuning in tonight, trying to win. Think Different TV. I mean, you lose, but you lost with 2,200 points. Ain't that something?
Right.
I'm so sorry.
No,
I'm
you're not.
sorry.
You're not sorry.
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But like I said, I do appreciate you for joining in, and I do appreciate you for watching the show and being a constant in Think Different TV. You've been rocking out with me since the beginning, and I appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
Matter of fact, tell everybody everything that you're doing, like as far as like YouTube, other YouTubes that you're on, YouTube channels.
I just did a video with the R&B representatives on YouTube. That's Elise and JR. They from North Carolina. Follow their podcast on YouTube. They talk R&B. They're R&B lovers as well as hip hop lovers. And we did an episode on Lilo Thomas. Discussed one of his songs. He actually reposted it today. Somebody hit me up with it, so check them out. Shout out to the homie Reg from North Carolina. We go live every week on his own channel. Subscribe to him. He just made 10 years on YouTube. Congrats to Reg. To follow 80s, 90s, and 2000s vibes on Instagram. We're a nostalgic platform that discuss old school music and movies and fashion, toys, everything. Follow their YouTube channel as well, and on the podcast on audio streaming on iHeartRadio and Spotify. Follow the TikTok page for them. Follow my channel, That Ain't Rap Podcast, on YouTube as well. I do discussions on different music and fashion.
And he said that kind of fast, y'all. It's called that DAT.
Yeah, That Ain't Rap podcast.
Ain't Rap podcast.
Right. on YouTube, and this month we're gonna be doing like some horror discussions. It's Halloween month, so we're gonna be discussing like different Halloween films and stuff. So look out for that. And I think that's it. I'll be forgetting because I'm like a part of like different platforms, but that's the main stuff right now. So just follow those platforms on YouTube and on Instagram. And you can follow me on Instagram, Triborough_Gigolo.
Yep. Triborough_Gigolo.
Yep.
Well, why? Never mind. We'll talk about that next
how
time.
About the name? People always ask that was actually my if you remember back in the day when Yahoo had like the chat rooms, that was my Yahoo tag name on there, and I just kept it, and it's also my email. So and I'm from
showing
Brooklyn,
your age, sir. You showing your age.
Bridge goes into Brooklyn, so
you start talking about dial-up, everybody gonna be like, this nigga. Oh,
it represents New York City because the Triborough Bridge goes into Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn, so it only makes sense to call myself that.
And so you're gonna be like, I remember when New York wasn't sinking. This dude was born in the 1900s. Well, thank you so much, Tri. And I will see you next week. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Peace.
Bye. So, guys, that wraps up another episode of Think Different TV, where minds meet, which is every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on the YouTube, Think Different TV YouTube channel, and also on Twitch. So check us out on both platforms if you dare. Make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell on our YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any new episodes, replays, or exclusive interviews from Think Different TV. I hope you got a lot of value out of what I've shown you tonight. And as always, have a great week, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.
Think Different TV. Live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by me, your girl Lashia. Join me as I discuss social topics, spotlight independent artists, and share financial tips. Join the conversation. I want to hear what you have to say. Think Different TV, where minds meet.
You're the reason I